better work.
Happy Fashion Month, everyone! Welcome back to The Fash Life. I'm Pelly, and I know it's been a minute, but we're back and better than ever. This video is all about New York Fashion Week. Yes, the Spring-Summer 2023 fashion shows are here, and I've got some great stories to share with you. We'll discuss the Anniversary Mania, original Supermodels Spotting, all the top moments, and some fashion shows as well. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Happy 130th anniversary to Vogue. Happy 25th anniversary to the Fendi Baguette. Happy 50th anniversary to W Magazine. Wait, how many anniversaries are happening right now? Well, apparently there's a lot. This year's New York Fashion Week is definitely a celebration for fashion. It appears that all of these fashion entities have decided to celebrate their anniversaries during this year's New York Fashion Week. It truly is an anniversary mania. First, we have Vogue, celebrating their 130th anniversary. The publication put on their own runway show calling it VogueWorld, an energetic live fashion event taking place in the middle of Manhattan's meatpacking district. And just like the real world, there's chaos in VogueWorld. The show has celebrity appearances from Serena Williams, Erykah Badu, and The Russian. Runway looks from this year's Fall 2022 collections were also featured, including Balenciaga, LV, and the Gucci and Adidas collaboration. There were also performances, people with bikes and strollers, dancing and just having fun. The best part of the show had to be when top models were strutting down the runway to the legendary Madonna song Vogue. VogueWorld was definitely the place to be this week. Next, Fashion Avenue turned 50 and W Magazine chose supermodels from the past and present for their anniversary cover issue. The CFDA also celebrated their 60th with the Metaverse exhibition. At the yearly Harper Bazaar Icon Party, Bloomingdale commemorated their 150th anniversary. Opening ceremony and Parenza Schooler both turned 20. And one of the biggest celebrations from this week was Harlem's Fashion Row 15th anniversary, which honored icon Janet Jackson and Issa Rae. The event's theme was Future Past, intended to honor Black designers for their numerous contributions to the fashion industry. Lastly, we have the 25th anniversary of the Fendi Baguette. Fendi's Kim Jones, Tiffany & Co, and Marc Jacobs went to NYC to do one thing, and that was to turn everything into a baguette. Being labeled Resort 2023, most likely as a one-off line to Fendi's actual Spring-Summer 2023 collection in Milan later this month, the show featured every kind of baguette, from necklaces, hats, to socks and pockets. The show felt campy, but in the best way possible. And the drama that Marc Jacobs brought at the end was truly magical. This anniversary show was definitely a highlight of New York Fashion Week. The show also ended with a legendary supermodel, which brings me to my second story all about the supermodels. The Fendi Baguette fashion show was closed by none other than Miss Linda Evangelista. Yes, the Linda Evangelista, who once was quoted saying, "We don't wake up for less than $10,000 a day," is currently the face of Fendi and has returned to the cover of Vogue, which was a wonderful surprise after she was in the news earlier this year for her lawsuit. However, Linda is only one of several former supermodels who are making a comeback to the fashion industry. I have a video coming on this topic very soon, but this fashion week was the Supermodel Reunion. We got Christy Turlington, Amber Valletta, Kate Moss, and Shalom Harlow posing like it's the 90s, and this video of Linda screaming Christy's name is everything.
Christy!
Most recently, we saw Shalom, Christy, Amber, Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, Iman, and Alec Wegg on the cover of W Magazine's Supermodels issue. We have Carolyn Murphy and Paulina Periskova linking up. Helena Christensen and Veronica Webb also made appearances during New York Fashion Week. And supermodel Karen Elson received the Daily's Fashion Force Award. Who knows what London, Milan, and Paris got for us? Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, the supermodels are back. Now let's go over some top moments. Marc Jacobs was in the headlines quite a few times this week, starting with his Heaven and Pamela Anderson campaign, then for his Fendi collaboration, an after party that was hosted by Charli XCX and Doja Cat. Speaking of Doja Cat, the entertainer debuted her new ball look with various types of style. She is one of the best dressed celebrities from this fashion week. Speaking of best dressed, Julia Fox continued to make headlines with her looks and also for bringing her son along with her to fashion shows. Then we have the K-pop sensation Gino taking over the Fashion Week hashtag on Twitter, and Lil Nas X performed and walked the runway. And because every influencer was invited to post about this event in their stories, everyone saw the Revolve gallery. It was also quite well done. Lastly, Anne Hathaway brought the Devil Wears Prada to life with a look paying tribute to her iconic character as she sat next to Anna Wintour. However, the Telfar and Rainbow pop-up event had to be the standout moment of New York Fashion Week, with crowds of fans queuing up to purchase Telfar's renowned shopping bags in any and every variation. The event literally caused the Brooklyn traffic to shut down. During the event, Mr. Telfar himself declared that the special pop-up will continue online on September 23rd. This unique pop-up, compared to other fashion events, brought the entire community together in one location without an invitation or anything of the sort. In addition to being a great marketing strategy, it was also a fantastic fashion moment. This is what Fashion Week is all about. Now it's finally time to go over some fashion shows. And because there are way too many collections to go over, we'll discuss some hits and some misses from this year's Spring-Summer presentations. Starting off with the one who really started this Fashion Week, Christian Siriano. He presented an old Hollywood glamorous collection complete with saucer hats straight out of the movie Nope. All of the pieces scream opulence and is definitely a comeback from his last show. While the rain didn't stop the Tommy Hilfiger show, I kinda wish it did. Part of the brand See Now Buy Now concept, they presented their Fall 2022 show, and let me tell you, they made sure everyone got to see it because it was featured in countless live streams. While the show successfully showcased lots of accessible and wearable pieces, it was a miss for me. Even Richard Quinn could have saved the long show. A lot of it felt like deja vu, and I just didn't get the runway or the roadblocks. Prabal Gurun's name made headlines this week because VP Kamala Harris' stepdaughter Ella Emhoff exposed her breasts during the show, but honestly it was perfect for the show. The designer said that the show was dedicated to the misfits and it was a hit. I thought the various color latex was a great touch that not only brought the collection together, but also gave it an edge. Area also had their Fall 2022 presentation as well and was a hit, having both outlandish and accessible pieces. It's great when a designer reminds us that fashion is also art. Tom Ford, on the other hand, Tried to create a 90s, 80s perm baby with a 2000 diva and missed. We've just seen this before, even the runway, and we get it, you're good with sequins. Overall, it wasn't bad, but underwhelming, yes. Christian Cohen turned up his cuckoo-ness to a 12. Brandon Maxwell is Dr. Tankenstein. And Sergio Hudson continued to give us 90s runway excellence with his Prince Aspire funk glamour. Kalina Strada is very Kalina Strada. Designer Maisie Willen wants to make green screen and CGI suit chic. And the Parson MFA student show became one of Fashion Week highlights, with the show filled with so much creativity and potential. Once applauded for her mixed match ability, Kim Shui misses with her newest collection. While DIY might be a trend right now, this is DIY in a bad way, especially when you have high quality material and still somehow end up making it look cheap. Like this would get you sent home on Project Runway. While there were one or two great pieces, overall it was just disappointing. Willie Chavarria presented his menswear collection, taking us to church in his baggy cholo-inspired attires. Speaking of church setting, viral brand Mira Palais make their New York Fashion Week debut. And two of the most talked about shows were Dion Lee and Peter Do, being absolute fan favorites on social media, receiving lots of praise for their tailoring and styling. Lastly, there's Laquan Smith with one of the best collections from New York Fashion Week, set to celebrate the female form and femininity. This collection successfully did that with its dramatic cutout, vibrant colors, breastplate, and stunning accessories. Everything felt so perfectly balanced and wasn't over the top. Well, that's New York Fashion Week. Please let me know of any designers that you want me to mention next time. Also, comment all your favorite shows and moments from this week. Next stop is London and Milan. This is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I got so much more content coming, so please like and subscribe for more fashion related topics. And remember, keep living that fast life. Bye!